Yes, I'm visually impaired, and yet here I am, speaking directly to you, creating content, and living with purpose. If that's not proof that you can achieve your dreams when you're willing, I don't know what is. Thank you for tuning in. The fact that you're here means something. You believe in growth, in action, and in becoming the best version of you. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, something inside you will ignite. Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of everything you've ever wanted: a healthier body, a better life, a bold new idea. But one invisible force stands between you and your next step. It's not talent, it's not motivation, it's not even fear. It's willingness, the quiet superpower that decides who acts and who waits. In this episode of the 9 Minutes Ignite, we're going to explore the psychology of willingness and how it transformed the lives of people like the Wright brothers, Stephen Hawking, Colonel Sanders, and even mine. By the end, you'll walk away with 3 science-backed tools you can start using today to overcome fear, hesitation, and excuses, and finally step into the life you were born to live. We live in a motivation-obsessed world. Every post, every quote screams, "Stay motivated." But here's what most won't tell you. Motivation is fleeting. Willingness is a decision. Willingness means showing up when it's uncomfortable. It's choosing action over excuses, courage over comfort. It's what makes someone say, "I'll face this pain because the result matters. I'll resist this craving because my future is worth it. I'll keep moving even if life feels unfair." Willingness is your real fuel, and anyone can build it. Let's us see this through the lenses of science. The most robust framework for understanding willingness is acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT. Founded by Dr. Stephen C. Hayes, ACT teaches one powerful truth. You don't need to control your thoughts. You just need to act on what you value. Hundreds of peer-reviewed studies show that people with high psychological flexibility, the ability to act despite emotional discomfort, have better health outcomes, greater success in high-pressure fields, lower stress, anxiety, and burnout. In fact, a study on addiction recovery showed that people who allowed cravings to exist without reacting were twice as likely to quit long-term. Willingness doesn't eliminate discomfort. It gives it purpose. So what does willingness look like in the real world? Think of the Wright brothers. They had no formal engineering degree, no internet, no simulations, just scrap metal, wind, and willingness. They failed hundreds of times. They crashed. They got hurt, but they kept showing up. Finally, they flew. Or Apollo 11. The moon landing wasn't just tech. It was decades of willingness from engineers, astronauts, and thinkers who didn't quit when systems failed. Diagnosed with ALS at just 21 and told he had 2 years to live, Stephen Hawking could have surrendered, but he chose to stay willing, to explore the universe with his mind, even as his body deteriorated. He lived more than 50 years after diagnosis, reshaping theoretical physics and inspiring millions. At 65, broke, rejected 1,009 times, Colonel Sanders still believed in his fried chicken recipe. He traveled door to door, facing no after no, but his willingness to keep going led to one of the most iconic brands in the world, KFC. And then there's me. I lost my vision. I could have folded, but something inside said, I'm still willing to live, to learn, to rebuild. Today, I live a fuller life than I ever imagined. And it's not because of sight, it's because of will. So what do these stories show us? That you don't need perfect timing, perfect health, or perfect conditions. You just need to be willing. The Wright brothers were willing to fail until the world could fly. NASA was willing to risk everything so we could touch the moon. Stephen Hawking couldn't move, but he was willing to think beyond the stars. Colonel Sanders never gave up because he was willing to believe in himself. And I'm visually impaired, but willing to live with purpose. If they could rise with willingness, so can you. Here are 3 tools you can start using today to grow your willingness muscle. 1. The 90-second rule: cravings, fear, panic. Most emotional spikes peak and pass in 90 seconds. When it hits, don't run. Stay present. Say, let me ride this for 90 seconds. It trains you to respond instead of react. 2. The values compass. When you're stuck, ask, what would the willing version of me do right now in service of my values? It reframes fear as an opportunity to act in alignment. 3. The discomfort journal. Each night, write down a moment you leaned into discomfort, took a risk, had a hard talk, pushed through resistance. The more you track it, the more willing you become. So here's the truth. You don't need to wait for confidence. You don't need the perfect plan. You just need a moment of willingness. Willing to try, willing to fail, willing to take the first step when no one claps for you. Say it with me. I'm willing. Type it in the comments. Let that be your spark. And if this video lit something inside you, share it, like it, and subscribe to the 9 Minutes Ignite. Because willingness is how we ignite the life we were born to live.